Sup? I'm Jared. That's Cole. Welcome to Indie Game Club. Today we're talking about Hades.
Yeah, I love this game. You can pet the dog, 10 out of 10.
I mean, we should probably say more.
Who needs more? You can pet the dog.
Well, he has a valid point. Petting dogs is rather good. Cole, what is Hades?
Hades is a roguelike adventure game.
Cole, what is a roguelike?
We see back in 1985, there was a game called Rogue. Okay?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay.
Mostly from you and a couple past couple days.
So, it's a game where every start is randomized, the levels are randomized, and your items are randomized. And you make it as far as you can, and when you die, you start at the beginning. You suck.
Yeah. Some of them will have more, like, we're completely restarted. Some will have, like, you'll gain, like, some slight advantages every time. Like, a good one where you start every time is Binding of Isaac. You retain nothing besides what, like, unlocks stuff, which doesn't count.
A good one where you can continually upgrade what you have is Rogue Legacy.
Yes, Rogue Legacy. And a good one, same line, is Hades, because Hades does have that continuous upgrade style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So this is made by
SuperGiant, makers of Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and Hades.
Fifth yet, or?
No, just those four.
Oh, okay.
It feels like there should be a fifth. It feels like the game company's been around long enough for them to have had a fifth.
10 years, in fact.
Yeah, but they only make good games, apparently.
Yes. So they're made by them. It probably closely relates to Bastion as far as gameplay.
Yeah, because Transistor's turn-based and Hades is not turn-based. Pyre's sports ball, and it's not sports ball.
It's like their own little sports game. It's interesting.
And but Hades is definitely more of like a hack and slash action adventure game
with different weapons you can grab. And
yeah, it is really complex minutia in its gameplay.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because, like, you would look at this game and be like, don't I just hit button to attack? And you're like, no, you hit button to do attack. You hit different button to different attack. You hit different button to different attack.
So there's, like, heavy attacks.
So you have special attack, regular attack, call, which summons the power, like an ultimate power, and your cast, which is you throw a ranged weapon at them.
Yeah.
And then you have your dash, which is, boy, do I abuse that. You're gonna see me abusing that. Look at me dashing all over the place. I guess we should talk about gameplay first because it's arguably the most important thing when you make a game.
Yeah, and from when you start, you have about 6 weapons to pick from.
Well, no, when you start, you have 1 weapon.
When
you load up the game and you're thrust into a run. You have no choice. You get the sword, you get Athena, and then you go.
Yes. From there, you unlock more weapons. So
yes.
you have the sword.
Yeah. Let's see if you get them all ordered.
The bow.
Correct.
The shield.
Correct.
Spear.
Correct.
Fist.
Correct.
Gun.
Yes. Did it, Cole. Good job.
Thanks.
So you have the Blade Stygian, which is kind of a heavy damage dealer, but you can switch it to a speed style weapon. I'll get into that later. The bow, which is arguably the best ranged weapon. Purely a ranged weapon. The shield, which I hate and he loves.
Yeah.
It can block. That's what
it can block. There's a big charge that you can get into people. You can slam them with your shield. You can throw it.
Yeah, the spear has good range as well as a throw attack that can deal damage on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
The fists are really combo specific, and you have to be kind of really knowledgeable of what you're going to do next before you do anything.
Neither him nor me like it, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a complex. It's probably the most complex one to play, but it's probably my least enjoyable one to play.
Then there's the gun.
The gun, the adamant round, which is probably his favorite.
I'm not as good as it as I am with the shield, but I love it for its aesthetic, and I love just shooting shit.
It has rounds, it has grenades, it can be turned into a shotgun. It's pretty good.
You can have the grenades be like cluster bombs, or you could shoot 3.
Yeah, 3 rapid fire, or you can have them be rockets. We'll get into all that later. But besides weapons, probably the best thing you get is your upgrades.
Yes.
Which are room-based. You go through a randomized room, and you get a randomized upgrade.
Now note, the rooms you go into, you see the reward you will get for doing that.
You can choose between 2 to 3 or 1 sometimes. And sometimes an additional one in the form of Chaos. Or Erebus when you get later on in the game.
So in a way, it's kind of more controlled than other roguelikes.
Yes. This is why I think might be one of the biggest downfalls of the game.
Yeah.
which I'll get into later. But for right now, we should go over what the boons are. So you can find gold, or obol, which is used for the in-run shop. Darkness, which is used for the out-of-run upgrades. Gems, which are used to upgrade your house. Nectar, which is good, used to upgrade your relationships. I'm missing another currency. I'm missing a currency.
Boons.
Currency. You have keys, which you use to unlock weapons, as well as upgrade your mirror, which is what you use to spend darkness on to give yourself upgrades, as well as eventually turn it into nectar because you used all the keys. Then you have palms of power, which upgrade a boon from a god. We'll get into the gods. You have the daedalus hammer, which upgrades your weapon, which is how you turn the gun into a shotgun. You turn the sword into a one-hit chop that just wrecks through everything.
Is that like a two-handed sword compared to a one-handed sword?
Yeah, and you can increase the attack speed with Hermes, and then you just chop, 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 chop. It's really fun. It's just like a giant butcher's cleaver coming through them.
Did you beat the game with that?
Yes. I probably didn't record that run, but I did it. I'll see if I can find it. I feel like I'm missing one of the minor upgrades.
There's the level up. The
Daedalus hammer. There's one more, right? One minor one.
I don't remember. I mean, it's not important.
Yeah, technically Hermes is a minor upgrade. He doesn't give you a full boon. He either increases your dash or like increases attack speed or movement speed, stuff like that. He's not really in it per se, and he knows the full story apparently. He knows exactly what's going on because he goes down to Hades all the time. Souls. So he knows what's going on. So he knows what's up.
Yeah, Hermes is one of the gods. The other ones are Zeus,
Poseidon,
Ares,
Athena, Aphrodite, Demeter, Artemis, my favorite.
Artemis. We probably shouldn't count Chaos, but he's kind of in a similar.
He's the creator of everything, so yeah, he's in a similar vein to the gods. But there's one more. There's one more we're missing. There's 8. Dionysus, Donnie, god of wine and revelry.
Yeah.
So, each of them has their own like little thing they do. Like Zeus is all about chaining attacks together.
Yeah.
Poseidon's all about knockback. Artemis is all about crits. Aphrodite is all about weakness, which is like it physically weakens the damage done to you.
Dionysus is all about the
damage over time or hangover. Ares is just about pure raw damage.
Yeah, he does like a blade storm in the middle.
Yeah, it's really good. And then we're missing Demeter is about freezing them, which slows them down.
Yeah.
And that's it, right?
I believe so.
And then this is where we get into what I say is the biggest issue of the game. Is you can boon hunt in this game. I can straight up pick my weapon, pick what kind of build I want to get with it, and get it 99% of the time.
Yeah.
It's because each god only has a limited number of boons they can give, even if you count the duos, which is 2 gods giving 1. They're rare, so you never want to bank on getting one of those.
Yeah.
And they're not really the most beneficial to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, some of them are great. Like, if you can get the Poseidon Dionysus one, makes all your boons heroic from that point, which is the 2nd highest rarity, and you're like, cool. But like, other than that, like, they're okay at best. Some of them are great, but they're okay.
Yeah.
The big deal about them is, though, like, if I picked the shield and I want a knockback thing, I'm going to get Poseidon, I'm going to get Ares to boost my damage, I'm going to get Athena to give me a deflection on when I throw it.
I think this is because you've mostly played it the more, so you're kind of seeing the systems behind the game.
So what I would say in my one criticism is it needs more gods.
Yeah, what would be a god you'd add?
I say 2 to 4. I would say Helios, god of the sun.
That's an easy one.
Pretty easy one. Hephaestus, god of the forge, is another easy one. He's another major god that they're missing. Those are 2 major gods. And Hera.
Oh, yeah.
Why doesn't Hera help you? Goddess of family. She should be in there, too. And you have one to submit.
Oh, we'll throw in Iris, because I like throwing in a lesser god that not many people know about. The god of the rainbows. They could have a lot of randomization with that.
She could just provide a random boon from all the other gods.
Yeah, or have her own little thing that changes drastically how the game's played.
Yeah, that's the one issue, is the game can sometimes just be the same game over and over and over and over. Which I think leads pretty nicely into combat, because you die a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Like, if you can beat the game on your first run, good on you. Because I've beaten the game multiple times, went back and did the first run, and I got to the first boss.
Send me a clip, because I want to see the cutscene of that.
Wonder if the last boss says something special.
Yeah, I want to see it.
But, one thing I'll get into is there's 4 sections of Hades in this game.
Yep.
Which are Tartarus, Asphodel, Elysium, and the Temple of Stairs. And all 4 of them have vastly different layouts with vastly different enemies, besides like 1 or 2.
A lot of different they all have their own color scheme, which
they all feel unique and different. Every time you reach one, even if you've done it for the 100th time, for the first time, you feel equally as achieved. Like, after I beat Meg every single time, I feel like I did something.
yeah.
And seeing the new new world reinforces that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's, this will be the 14th time I beat the game, so.
Yeah, and it gives you a lot of rewards for beating the game over and over, which is important for a roguelike.
Yes.
Something like Binding of Isaac, you mostly unlock more items into the item pool. Well, in this game, a lot of it is honestly the story, which is unique.
You unlock the story by beating the game. You start off as just, you know your name. Your name is Zagreus.
Son of Hades.
Son of Hades, and you know for some reason the gods of Olympus are helping you escape Hades.
Yes.
You don't know anything else.
And the game unveils what?
Run after run, further you get, the more you increase your relationships, the more the game will just unfold before your eyes. The game will just unfold before your eyes and allow you to, be involved in it, I guess. If you don't want the story, you can completely skip it. Just keep on.
Yeah, you can skip the all the dialogue,
the talking, because there's some really important characters in the game that give you the dialogue. There's your father Hades, who hates you.
Yeah.
Why does he hate you?
I think he thinks of you as a spoiled brat.
Yeah, okay, so, all right, minor spoilers, right? So he hates you because you don't work hard. But you don't work hard because he always expected you to do nothing. And then he expected you to do nothing because you failed him. But you failed him because he never taught you. And he never taught you because he expected you to already know it. It's this web of like him being a bad dad and you being an irresponsible son just nestling into each other.
Yeah.
Your mama left.
Yeah. And
the real game's about finding hers. But you got Hades, Nyx, who is your surrogate mother. The night sky itself. Oh, it's right over there.
Oh, that's nice. She's looking nice tonight.
Hi, Nyx. Nyx, who's a surrogate mother. She's pretty cool. She's the one who got the Olympians to help you.
Cerberus, the best pupper in the game.
Whenever you pet him, your dad's like, leave the dog alone. Then you have Hypnos, Sleep Incarnate. He's the guy who welcomes all dead souls to Tartarus.
Thanatos,
Death Incarnate, the Grim Reaper. He is in love with you.
You got Skelly.
Skelly. I still don't know Skelly's whole story.
I do.
I've maxed him out, I think. I've almost maxed him out, I think. I don't know his whole story.
Okay.
I gotta find that out. Because he was one of the ones I cared least about, just because he was kind of weird. Although he has the same voice actor as Zagreus.
Does he?
Yeah.
Dusa,
who's just a floating Medusa head for some reason. Who's the maid?
Yeah, she cleans up. She
hates you. No, she doesn't.
No, she's really awkward around you.
I don't know why. She both is in love with you, but wants to stay friends. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
We skipped one. Achilles.
Achilles is your trainer, it seems like.
Your trainer. He's also seems to be someone you confide in a lot, someone you trust. And then you have Meg, Megara the Fury, not like from Hercules. Complete blue skin, devil wings, whip. So, Meg.
Whom is a love interest.
Yes,
Her, Dusa, and Thanatos.
You can romance them. And I've only romanced Meg, but you sleep with her. You do.
Yeah.
Other interesting characters are the bosses.
Oh, for the first one you have the 3...
Furies.
Yes.
Daughters of the Titan Kronos, right?
Yeah.
Who are Megara, Tisiphone, and Alecto. And Megara is the only one allowed in the house.
And the... what's it called again?
Asphodel. You have the Lernian Bone Hydra, who you eventually come to know and love as Lerny.
Well, you name him as Lerny.
You're like, the conversation's so great. Like, Lerny, if you're great, you're happy to see me again. Hiss. And he's like, I knew it.
I knew it.
And he has 5 forms or 6 forms. He has a form where he spits like seeking bullets at you, a form where he spits giant waves at you, a form where he headbutts the ground a lot, a form where he spawns eggs, and a form where he spits fire.
And then the third boss is
the Champions of Elysium,
who is the king,
greatest king of Athens, Theseus.
Yes, Theseus, and the Bull of
Bull of Minos.
Bull of Minos.
The Minotaur Asterius.
Yes.
The Bull of Minos being the bull that Poseidon put in the labyrinth for Theseus to kill.
I will say that I think a problem I have with the game is that there's not enough variety in the bosses.
Well, yes, the bosses can sometimes be monotonous, especially mini bosses. I feel like it works more for mini bosses.
Yeah.
Especially if you ever are especially in Elysium, the third place, where we're not saying who the last boss is. There's a fourth area with a boss. We're not saying who it is.
Yeah.
In the third area, Elysium, the two mini bosses you have are Asterius, who you're gonna fight later no matter what.
Yeah.
Or a giant soul-sucking butterfly ball.
I hate that thing. I hate it.
And it just sits there and takes it. Except if you have... Okay, so after you beat the game, you have the Pact of Punishment. And there's two things in it that make the game a little spicier.
Okay.
One, it changes all the mini-boss fights.
That's good.
It throws one super armored enemy into all the mini-boss fights.
That's not good.
And it makes the butterfly ball move around.
That's not good.
It's annoying. Like, you know, like I was like, the death bars was hard at first, but now it's super easy.
Yeah.
One giant armored something stone, Grimstones. Blightstone, my bad. Grimstones are the pink ones. The blue ones are Blightstones that make them invincible.
Yeah.
One giant armored one of them. Just there from the beginning. You have to kill it before the first wave's done.
Oh, God.
It's so annoying. And the second one has increasing forms where every level will increase that level boss to a harder variant. So, for the first one, instead of fighting Meg, Tisiphone, or Electo, you fight all of them. You only gotta kill one of them, but you fight all of them, or two of them.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So for the craziest one, I kept saying
Tisiphone.
Tisiphone.
Yes.
Does the room get smaller if you damage other ones?
You can't damage the other ones, they don't have health bars.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, just the one that has the room has the health bar. What they do is they spawn in and attack you and then spawn out.
Okay.
And, like, the thing they do the most, though, is, like, you know how they all have that rise up from the ground? Like, they have this attack, which, like the specific ones have certain areas. Like, Electo's is just one at a time.
Yeah.
Megara's, like, a wave of 3 or 4, really bunched together. And then Electo's are in, Tisiphone's are in lines.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll do that.
All at once.
All at once. And you're on Tisiphone's map, which becomes tiny.
Tinier and tinier.
And you'll have all 3 of them there doing that, and there is no safe space. You have to correctly time your dash into the area where one of them just stopped, and then dash to dodge.
So you have to time it all now.
Yes, it is chaos. And like, at first I was like, if I lose a death defy before the champions, I'm bad. And I'm like, you can lose 2 death defies in those fights. I don't care anymore. I haven't done the Hydra one. I'm a bit of what you might call a bitch.
I'm very much one. I'll play on the easier setting. I'm not afraid.
But I haven't done it. I think you fight 2 big heads at once rather than just one. I'm not sure. I didn't look into this.
The third bosses, I've looked it up.
Yeah, we've seen it. I've seen it. He told me what it was. I looked it up, and boy, oh boy, all I'm going to say is, if you've played the game and haven't done it yet, Asterius gets golden armor, and Theseus has a chariot. There's more to it than just that. There's 3 more things than just that. But that's enough to let you know that it's not for these. But there is a bonus to it, because Poseidon gives you 10 ambrosia if you can beat him with it.
That's enough to, like... Oh, that'd be great.
Because Poseidon hates Theseus with a passion. He made the labyrinth and put Asterius in it to kill Theseus.
I do love all the connections all of the gods have with each other.
Oh, yeah, they talk and they have these whole interactions, and I really like getting to know a few of them. I really like getting to know Artemis. I really like getting to know her.
Artemis is cute.
Like, she's just shy and awkward, and she's like, she thinks you're suspicious for trying to get to know her.
She'll also comment on your weapons, which is very appropriate for her.
She's a hunter. She's like, that thing's a bit loud for hunting, but whatever it takes for the gun. And like, you have Coronacht. It's awesome. And, like, maybe I'll get to use it someday if you bring it up here. And, like, she'll talk about Varatha, and she's like, Achilles building Varatha! I hear he's down there! Can you tell him I said hi? She's a fangirl of Achilles. And then, like, I really like getting to know Demeter as well.
I liked getting to know Chaos. He was a very interesting. His portrait is amazing. It's probably one of the most metal things in it.
Oh my god, he has a scarf made of faces that turns to like a cape or something.
Yeah, and then, like, his presence can't leave where he's currently.
Yeah, the realm of chaos.
Yeah, he can't leave it because he's too big.
And each character, I will know, has their own little subplot that you gotta solve for them in some way.
Yeah.
Typically with gems and diamonds.
Typically, like, you meet characters in the...
Yeah, so there's three characters. There's a character in each level besides the top one that has like a little interaction with it. In
Baldi.
Tartarus, you meet Sisyphus.
Sisyphus, who's pushing up his boulder up and down. You catch him on a break.
Yeah, because the Furies are busy killing you.
Yeah.
You catch him in Baldi, and he'll help you out. He's kind of the only one that's not connected to another character.
Yeah.
In Asphodel, you meet Eurydice, who is the muse of the court musician Orpheus, who we didn't get to earlier. Court musician Orpheus, who's not in the game originally, like, not originally, but, like, at the start, you gotta unlock him.
Yeah.
You gotta free him from his punishment, but he's a cool character. Doesn't like singing anymore. Find out why by talking to him.
Yeah, you find out back and forth between the two.
Yeah. And then you hear the most beautiful duets. The two duets in this game. Good Riddance and In the Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Two amazing songs. Probably the two best songs in this game because it's saying something. Because all the songs in this game are the best songs in any other game. Most of the games.
Are we comparing it all to the other SuperGiant games?
Still, like, yeah, SuperGiant games are all great, but, like, I think In the Blood might be, like, a top 3 game song of all the time for me.
Really?
And you don't get it until you get the 10th ending.
It is really good.
It's the 10th ending is where you get the credits, and that's the credit song, and it's so good. And then in Elysium, you meet Patroclus, who is he's an old friend of Achilles. We'll just leave it at that for right now.
They were soldiers in the same battle,
and they miss each other. I think we're beating around the bush too much, but
so do they.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's. They all have their own stories. I'll give you something like Sisyphus just gives you darkness, gems, or health. Eurydice, you'll boost any of your boons by rarity level or make the next boons you find rarer.
Yeah.
Then you got Patroclus, who has can restore all your death defiances.
Yeah.
So if you die, so you can get up to 3. So you can die 3 times, still be alive, get to him, and then renew all your death defiances. So you can die 3 more times. So nice, rather than paying 200 per one.
Yeah.
And you have or Hope Athena gives it to you.
Hope, I mean.
And then you have the one that makes you heal 40% for every single time you enter the next 6 rooms.
That's nice. Or
you can increase your strength, your attack damage, by 50% for the next 10 rooms.
I mean, you're mostly gonna pick the Death Defiance.
Unless you're full on Death Defy, then you're like, well, what do I need? I'm full health too, so might as well just deal more damage.
The best way to avoid damage is just kill them quick.
Yeah, I mean, actually no. Armored enemies don't care about that. Armored enemies just run right into your bullets. It's like, I'm killing you no matter what.
Especially the chariots.
Oh, God, the chariots. The chariots are the worst enemy in this game. The enemies are great. Each section has a different type of design. Like, Tartarus has narrow corners, so the enemies really want to get you cornered. They move slower. They can slow you down a lot.
Yeah.
In Asphodel, there's a bunch of lava all around you, so the enemies move around a lot, so you gotta dash around and dodge all the stuff. They throw a lot of bombs and push you around a lot. So.
In Elysium, once you kill one, they become like a little ghost you have to kill too, or else they respawn back.
Yes, and they'll spawn like 10 of them at a time in some rooms, and then there'll be the soul butterfly, and it's just not fun.
The baby chariots.
And then the chariots that explode, and then there's the big chariots.
Who don't care.
Who have the chunkiest of health bars. The chunkiest of health bars. And they'll have armor on top of it. And they just dash through your attacks, charging straight at you until they hit you. And they hit hard. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. There's so many, like, annoying... There's not that many annoying things about this game. But that is one of them.
He doesn't like them.
They're great. They're great design, right? I can't fault the design. I can still be mad, but like when I'm mad at this game, right, 98% of the time I'm mad at myself, which is a testament to the game.
Yeah.
Right. Normally I get pissed off at the games. I'm a pretty bad gamer. Like I'm not good at games, so when I tend to blame the game for my being bad. Like if you ever listen to me play Call of Duty, I'm like, this game sucks. Probably does, but it probably doesn't. But it's me. Like, I'm bad at games, so of course.
The main gameplay loop is excellent. All of the rewards you get there encourages you to keep playing, whether it be story, darkness, upgrades, which makes it easier, just straight up.
Or just enjoying the challenge of it. I got to the point where I stopped caring about the story. I started skipping most of it towards, like, the middle end, unless it was, like, a character I was invested in.
You can invest into the court to make it nice. You can clean up all of Cerberus's hair.
Yeah, he refuses to do that.
No, I like it.
But no, like, I started, like, just caring more about doing more difficult gameplay loops, keep on adding to the packs of punishment, keep on learning and getting better and understanding it better. And that's where I think I got to the point where I was like, well, I can just hunt everything I want, so it's not that challenging. Yeah. I ended up having the same 6 runs every time with each weapon.
So the weapons, there's an alternative mode that changes up the way that they play.
Yeah, each weapon has 3 aspects. After you unlock each weapon, you can unlock new aspects for it.
Yeah. Each
one starts in the aspect of Zagreus, which is typically damage or crit based, especially for Coronacht and Stygian and Varatha and all of them. But the other aspects are other wielders. Like for Varatha the spear, you have the form of Achilles and the form of your father Hades, because they both wielded the spear in the past. Yeah. However, there's one hidden mode of everyone, and that is a future wielder,
which is really cool.
Like for the spear, it's Guan Yu, the Chinese general from the Three Kingdoms. But bad. Stop. Don't do that. Bad.
He sucks.
It reduces your health by 70%, and all items you get that will increase your health by 70%. Oh, that's what we forgot. We forgot Cerberus Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Centaur Hearts. Centaur Hearts increase your health by 25. That's what I forgot earlier when I said I forgot to ban your upgrade. See, I remembered it.
Yeah, there we go.
In the final minute. So yeah, he'll increase all that. But your charge up, instead of throwing the spear instead of spin attack, you release a spinning little blade thing that heals you 1 for every hit it does to an enemy. And it moves slow, at this pitiful range. Ain't worth it. Not worth it. Don't use it. For the spear, for the other one, for the gun.
Yeah.
Form of Lucifer. That's it.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah, that's all you gotta know. For the I didn't look into all of them because I only got 2, and he looked into the gun because it's his favorite thing.
Yeah, I love the lore behind the gun because it's like, why does a gun exist in ancient Greece? And it turns out they've used it and they have hidden it since, hoping mortals don't duplicate it.
And then Lucifer does and gives guns to humanity, which I'm guessing is the lore that they want to be created from this. But yeah, I think that about does it, right? Anything we need to cover?
So how would you rate the game?
9.5 out of 10. It's probably a perfect roguelike game, but not a perfect game for the few complaints I do have are minuscule. I do think it needs more randomization, but I don't think that takes away from it as a roguelike. I think it just takes away from it as a game.
10 out of 10, you can pet the dog.
You said that when we started.
I know.
If you made it to this point, you must have liked what we said or hated it, right? Leave a comment. Tell me why I'm an idiot. Please. I understand I am. But I'd like to know more reasons why. And if you liked it, leave a comment and tell me why Cole's an idiot. Because I like hearing those.
I know. Tell me more about him.
If you did like it, though, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I do approve of those.
You approve of disliking?
Yeah, I approve of disliking.
I approve of liking and disapprove of disliking.
And best thing you can do to help our little community out is subscribe.
Also, check out our streams. We're very in touch with the community there.
Check out our streams. I stream every game we do for this show.
Yeah.
Check out our podcast, Lore Dump. It's on YouTube. It's on any app you have a podcast and listen to it on.
Pornhub.
Stitcher.
Quibi. Mixer.
Quibi. Yeah. Actually, next episode's on Quibi. Enjoy that. And as always, we'll see you soon.
Adios.